Welcome to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast, the show that delves into the reasons we love to choose, wrap, and share gifts with each other. Hi, I'm your host, Eve Kale, founder of Gift Wrapped by Eve, and I'm on a mission to help you experience the joy of gift giving while also considering the planet. Each episode, I'll be sharing ideas or interviewing guests who will help inspire your choice of gifts and how you present them. Whether that's for your own gifts or products you create or sell in your small business, will help you consider how to make small changes that can help your gifting be a little greener. Welcome to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast, Natalie. It's great to have you with us. I'm really looking forward to having a chat with you and getting to know you a little bit more. So before we get started, I'd love it if you could introduce yourself to the listeners. It's always better when people introduce themselves rather than me try and do it badly.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Winder. I'm a calligrapher based in Bradford, West Yorkshire, and I am also a English GCSE tutor, so I've got two businesses. I've also got two gorgeous little boys, one's 5 and one's 2, and they keep me on my toes. I love gifting and receiving gifts. I think it's like the highlight of anybody's day or week or calendar. And actually got a lovely gift yesterday for tutoring a student with a lovely card. And it elevates your mood, doesn't it? It makes you feel special and it's just lovely. So I'm looking forward to chatting in more detail about that.
Brilliant. Oh, we're already with the getting into the examples of why gifting is so brilliant. So, thank you. That's a brilliant way to start. And I'm all about on the podcast exploring why we feel like that when we receive gifts and why it is so important to us. We've moved so many things online, but giving a physical gift still really means a lot, doesn't it? So why don't we start with that? Tell us more about the gift that you received and yeah, how
I think it's so special because you can imagine those people in a shop and they've got you in their minds, and that is special because we're all busy and we've all got minds full of all sorts. I mean, what am I going to get for the kids' tea? What else is on the shopping list? Oh, have we got enough toilet roll? Oh, I've got guests coming. Do I need to buy this or that? And so your mind is always full of everything, but then there's just like a space in someone's mind just for you, and it's beautiful and it's kind and it's caring. So it's not just about the actual gift, is it? It's obviously, yeah, the physical act of giving it is also so rewarding and lovely, but you've gone away and you've been in a shop and you've deliberately thought of that person and you've thought, what can I get that they will like? What can I get that shows I appreciate them?
Mm.
And that's what I received. It was a lovely card, and it said "World's Best Teacher" on the front, and it said, "Thank you for all that you've done for me." And she said to me, "Oh, it's just the end of term gift," because I didn't see her at the end of the last term. I'm like, don't say just. It's amazing and kind and thoughtful. There was a key ring as well, and that it said something like, I don't have it to hand, but it said something like, it takes a special person to shape hearts and minds, and basically suggesting that I am that special person.
Yeah.
And I've got it proudly on my pencil case, so it's going to remind me every day when I'm tutoring and I get my pencil case out that people appreciate me and what I do,
Mhm.
and that they think I'm good at it, and that I'm you know special and highly thought of by them, and it's
Yeah.
just lovely.
Just isn't that amazing? Like that description of the impact of a small gift and a
Mm.
small what we might call a token of appreciation, but actually the impact that that can have on an individual. I think that's amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you for describing that and starting off um the episode talking about that. I think it's really you've really been really descriptive in the way you talked about it as well. It's fab. I think, so are you somebody who puts a lot of thought into the gifts that you choose for other people? Because you sound like you really appreciate it. So I think it feels like it's something
Yeah,
that you like doing too. Yeah.
I do. I love buying presents, and I love sort of seeing things and thinking, who do I know who might like that? Or vice versa, like I'll go somewhere with someone in mind and think, right, what is there here that they would like? Um, and sometimes things just like jump out to you, don't they? And you just think that is perfect for whoever.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think part of giving a gift, you do need to know the person, don't you? And you need to know the reason why you're gifting. Otherwise, the message can be a bit lost if you're not clear on
Yeah.
what it's for, or like who they are and what they like. Um, but having said that, I used to love arranging a secret Santa at work. And so yeah, you would obviously know the person who you were gifting, but they wouldn't necessarily know who was giving the gift. And
Yeah.
that was always quite a nerve-wracking thing as well.
Yeah, it can be, can't it? When you've got you get allocated somebody, you're like, oh, what am I going to get this person?
Yeah, and then like when you get gifted it, you're like looking for clues, like look at the writing on the label, look at the actual label, look at the wrapping paper. Like who could have decided to wrap that in this way, you know?
Oh, it's all Secret Santa. I could do a whole episode on Secret Santa because
Oh,
that
you
is,
should.
yeah, it's a quite can be quite controversial. I do remember my days in my office. You know, if somebody puts a lot more effort into the choice of gift, and then somebody hasn't, that can cause real issues in the team, can't it? It's
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
you've given me some ideas for some social media posts talking about this, your secret Santa experiences. That's
yeah,
amazing.
you could get all sorts of shares about different people's ideas about what makes a good Secret Santa, what makes a bad one, and have you ever been disappointed by your Secret Santa gift? Has
Yeah,
anybody gone over and above and you've been slightly embarrassed even? You know,
yeah,
because to sort of like, do you have to open it in front of everyone? I feel like you should, but is that a rule in your workplace? Do you have to open it in front of everyone and like therefore then guess in front of people's faces who it was? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's so many layers in Secret Santa. Oh wow. Thanks for reminding me about it. So what kind of occasions do you give gifts for? You sound like somebody who loves gifting, so
Yeah.
you any opportunity to gift?
Yeah, to be honest, sometimes like you just buy gifts for the gift giving, don't you, for the sake of it? And I certainly used to do that when I felt a little more affluent. But obviously we're all feeling the pinch now. So I do keep gifts for special occasions or specific reasons. So obviously birthdays and Christmas, um, a wedding anniversary. We've just had our wedding anniversary, so gave gifts for that. And then the children, yeah, we generally try to stick to events in the calendar. Otherwise, I just think every weekend's a gift giving weekend.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
but yeah, that my 2-year-old already knows the word present.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Coupled with mine, mine present is saying, looking at everything, and it's like, no, it's actually for daddy.
Yes, yeah. It's yeah, I know what you mean actually. Yeah, so it's lovely to gift, isn't it? I think your example earlier of the key ring kind of shows that you don't always have to gift a large item for it to be meaningful.
Mm,
And something that I've started to do recently is to try and either make gifts or create gifts. Um, now I know that I do have like a creative business, but
yeah.
I'm actually not that crafty myself, really. But I found a way to do a few different things. Like I've started picking flowers from my garden and making little um arrangements to gift to people, and I've made a couple of
Oh,
cards recently. That's
lovely.
not something that I've done a lot of, but I'm trying to think differently about how I can make things that are quite simple that still have a bit of an impact
Yeah.
from an eco point of view, but also just because it's enjoyable when I do actually make a little bit of an effort to think a bit differently. So yeah,
I
um,
remember when I first started my calligraphy journey, and one of the challenges that I set myself was to gift something that I'd used calligraphy to create. And I remember feeling really nervous about it because obviously it was putting it out to more of the public world than what I had done in the past. So I'd sort of kept it to myself as a hobby to begin with. And then I did the sign writing for my wedding and my place cards and the seating plan and things like that. So people had seen it at my wedding, so it wasn't a complete surprise that oh, she does calligraphy. Oh, but for me, it felt like a milestone. You know, if I was to gift something that I've created and added my calligraphy stuff to, and to see their reaction and what they did with it kind of spurred me on
yeah,
to want to continue to put my calligraphy out to the world. And can I tell you about what it was, or is that not?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, great. So my friend had bought a new house, and I created a map of the area, and then I cut the shape of a house out, and then sort of like drew smoke, which sounds awful, but coming out of the chimney,
Mhm.
with her children's names coming out of the chimney,
Oh,
and then like sort of almost like around it, the parents' names and the address and the date that they'd moved in, sort of like create like a hug.
yeah,
Um, and I framed it as well, and gifted that, and she really liked it, and she put it up on the wall, and that just like, oh, it just made me feel so happy that she put it up on her wall, and my writing was there on her
yeah.
wall. Yeah,
Wow, what a personal gift. That is so lovely, so thoughtful, and just and using your creative skills and yeah, and well, the fact that she put it on the wall,
yeah,
obviously she must have really liked it. And yeah, I can see why that really like motivated you to keep going and also now you're showing other people how to do it too, so that they can start using it.
yeah.
Um,
That's my main passion. So the creating items, the sort of physical items, I I don't mind it, but it doesn't bring me as much joy as teaching people how they can then use the calligraphy themselves.
yeah,
So obviously teaching is something that's ingrained in me, and I just prefer that side of my
yeah.
business. I say that that's my specialism rather than doing commission pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you use it when you're wrapping gifts yourself? Obviously, you use it to create gift. You can use it to create gifts, but do you, when you're writing your gift tags, for example, do you use calligraphy?
Absolutely. Um, I've just purchased some from yourself, actually.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I've got a goddaughter who lives further away from me, and for as many years as she's been born, I've been sending a gift for her birthday with a tag with her name. And just amazingly, her mum said to me, "We keep them all, you know." I said, "But you've kept them all over these years." I think she's 13 now.
Yeah,
I said, "You've kept them all?" She said, "Yeah." She absolutely loves getting them. And when we receive one in the post and we see that it's got that on it, we know straight away that it's from you. And they look forward to seeing
yeah.
how you've done it this time because she's got a brother as well, and I do it for her brother as well. And yeah, apparently he's kept them all too.
Wow. I do remember, particularly as a child, anything that I got with my name on it was such a big deal. Like
Mm,
to be able, I get also I had my name was not that popular then, and it was really hard to find, in your souvenir shop.
yeah.
it was hard to find my name. So then if I did get something with my name on it, I'd be really, I'd really want to keep it. So
Mm,
yeah, to have the name written in a beautiful way as well.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
And actually, the course that I do, one of the first challenges is to use the basic strokes to create wrapping paper. So
Amazing.
yeah, so people can just the normal craft paper, but
Yeah.
then they can put their sort of signature on it, if you like, or their personal style in terms of practicing those basic strokes, but making your wrapping paper just look more personalized. Yeah.
Oh, what a great idea. Oh, that's a great idea. So this I'm gonna have to add that to my list of things to I'm trying to be more, like I said, I'm trying to be more mindful of making these gifts and trying different things out. So I definitely have to add that to my list of things to try. That sounds very good.
Yeah, if you look on my Instagram, I think there should be some pictures um of the wrapping paper that some of my students have done. But if you can't find it, just give me a shout and I'll send you
Oh,
some pictures.
oh, lovely. Yeah, well, I'll definitely go and have a look for that and add all the links into the show notes so that people can go and have a little look as well. So
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
yeah.
I could even do a little practice session if anybody's interested in your community.
Oh, I'm sure there will be people interested.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have connected because it's just a really calligraphy. It's just this really lovely extra way to add a personal touch.
Yeah.
And either for your own gifts or obviously lots of people in listening to the podcast and in my Facebook community and Instagram actually have got their own small businesses.
Mm,
And the thing is that with a small business, you've got the opportunity to add a personal touch. So that's why I was really interested for us to have a chat, and we're putting on this class at the beginning of October as well together,
mhm.
because I think it's a great skill just to to
Yeah.
um, add to wrapping and yeah, a great skill that can
It's
really add this personal touch.
Yeah, it's nice when you've ordered from a small business and you receive it and you open it and it's got a personalized card or even just a message on the receipt. It's nice. So yes, I'm hoping that in the session we do to create some like thank you labels whereby they're handwritten. Because you can bulk buy them if like I don't know what, but it's not as personalised as writing it yourself, and it is something that is quite easily done. So
Yeah,
looking forward to teaching people in your community how to do that.
yeah, I think it's just something that the majority of people in our world have got the space and time to do that extra personal touch.
Mm,
We're not talking about people doing hundreds or thousands of orders. So yeah, to be able to add that in,
mm,
I think it's gonna be brilliant. So do you obviously you liked adding the doing the tags and that kind of thing, but do you
mhm.
enjoy the other parts of the of wrapping gifts?
I used to,
Yeah.
um, and my mum absolutely loves it, and she will spend a lot of time. Um, she calls it putting twiddly bits on. Um, so she'll keep sort of beautiful twiddly bits from cards or previous wrappings, and use those in ours, and they always look so beautiful. And she just takes such care, and I really do appreciate it so much. I'm just a little bit time poor to be able to offer the same.
Yeah.
I know that you teach lots of quick ways to make them, look amazing and to elevate the way that they look. But I am literally in the shove it in a gift bag era. I'm so sorry. It's probably to your ears, that isn't it?
No, it isn't, and I totally get it, and that I do try and show some shortcuts.
Yeah.
That's really because it is it's the last thing, isn't it? Quite
Mm,
often, it's you've bought the gift, you've obviously spent lots of time being really thoughtful choosing the gift, and sometimes the wrapping is the last minute. Quick, we've got to
Yeah.
get it wrapped before
It's
we
kind of
finish.
an extra job, isn't it? It's like, "Oh
Can
gosh,
be.
I've now got to do
Yeah.
that." Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really keen to try and kind of change people's perceptions and try and show you that you can still wrap really nicely, but it
Mm,
doesn't have to take too long. You can take more time on it. And obviously your mum is enjoying that and she's enjoying the process,
mm.
like, of being creative. Um, and I think that's great, but not everybody has that much time, um, and that's fine too. Uh,
Yeah, and I don't know about your household at Christmas, but I tend to get a little bit excited with the gift buying. And then by the
Right.
time by the time Christmas Eve comes and I realise
Yeah,
that there's still quite a few bits and pieces that I've not managed to get around to wrapping, it's like the Christmas Eve frenzy. And then, there's always the worry that you might not have enough wrapping
yeah.
paper or yeah, I remember my sister, she used to have a bottle of Baileys at the side and just like wrap the sellotape round and round and round in the hope that the paper would stay together until the next day.
Yes, I've
Her
seen a
wrapping
few.
was like the opposite end to my mum's. So my mum was like off the charts, professional, twiddly bits, delicious. And then my sister's was like, I'm in a rush. And then I'm just
Oh,
like, shall I get back?
somewhere in
I think they're
between.
very different types of people, aren't they? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's well, the last few years I've done an eco wrapping challenge um to help people get ready for Christmas. Now I've been in two minds about whether to do it this year or not. I'm still debating. I think it's going to come back in a different form. So it might be on Instagram this year rather than Facebook. I'm still thinking about it, but
Yeah, yeah,
I really get really sad when I hear people talk about Christmas wrapping as a really stressful to do. Because there's also a lot of people that I've spoken to and on the podcast as well who really enjoy the ritual of it all.
mm,
Um, and you can still have that, but in a way that is manageable.
yeah.
I think there's a happy medium, and so um, yeah, I definitely want to do something again this year to help people, but I think it's going to be in a slightly different format than what I've done before.
That
Um,
sounds really good because I could do with the moral support. But you're right, it shouldn't have to be an additional chore. And the glee is there to see, isn't it, the next day? And they
yeah,
absolutely love it. And there's not as much joy at all in shove it in a gift bag, open the gift bag, there it is. I know that. I know that when you open the door and he's been, and
yeah,
there's all the different colours because my mum used to do sort of like, oh, I'm missing a bit of gold. I'll do some gold and I'll put them over there and I'll put the red ones there, and she'd like present it in such a beautiful
wow,
way. Yeah, and I try to do something similar. So I've got like reds and greens and whatever character the kids might be interested in that year, and try and match it to what they like. My husband said that he's one of three. His family used to do a specific color for each child, so like, I don't know, his was green, for example.
yeah,
He would know that anything in the living room in green was his, which I quite like the idea of. But yeah, I just love this like rainbow of colors, and it's just, yeah, it just screams Christmas.
yeah, yeah. There's so many different ways people do it, aren't there?
Yeah.
Different ways. So um, so we were talking about all those different ways at Christmas that you wrap, um, but obviously one of the things that I'm trying to do is get people to rethink how they wrap to be like a little bit more eco-friendly. So
Mm.
is there anything that you have come across that you've started to have you rethought anything in terms of being more greener or more sustainable? Is it something they've considered at all?
We do recycle the, wrapping paper and the gift bags. So
Yeah,
sorry
we
to keep
do.
talking about gift bags, unless I've done, some calligraphy on them, which I also do. But yeah, we tend to re-gift using the same gift bags, and we
Yeah.
do try and recycle the wrapping paper. Like I said, my mum with the twiddly bits, so they're off of, like, cards and things like that. So we'll do things like that, but it's more after the fact, isn't it, that rather than buying, sustainably or in an eco-friendly way in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will admit it's not something that I've really thought about, but I have noticed that the gift wrap in the rolls, they've stopped putting it in cellophane,
Mm.
and I do really appreciate that. So I will look specifically for that rather than the cellophaned, um, rolls. I suppose that's all I've thought of so far,
Yeah.
but I am still new to the eco journey of
Yeah.
wrapping.
Yeah, and I think that is, it's kind of step by step with the eco journey, isn't it? It's first of all, it's even being aware that there are changes that you could make, and then it's finding changes that are easy to make and then making them stick. And then you can start to think more widely than that.
Yeah.
I've recorded a really great interview with Lizzie George, which is going to be coming up in this season as well. And she has been on an amazing eco journey. But she was really stressing in our chat that it's not about trying to do everything at once.
Mm.
It's just not sustainable, literally not sustainable for anybody to just try and completely change overnight. So part of what I'm doing is kind of just even making people aware that you could reuse paper that you've already used before. You could reuse other
Mm.
things as wrapping paper, things like switching to paper tape. I keep going on about. But it's all of those little things that just add up to making a bit of a difference. So there will be lots more tips, particularly as we get towards Christmas.
I love the paper tape idea.
Yeah, it can be part of the present, a part of
Mm.
the decoration as
Yeah,
as well. You don't necessarily have to hide tape.
yeah,
So that's been a game changer for lots of people. So yeah, I'm always talking about paper tape.
yeah, I like it.
Brilliant. Well, I just wanted to end with you talking or asking you about any particular gift memories that have stood out to you now.
I
Um,
remember when I was younger, I used to make tags for gifts out of leftover cards. And I had the scissors, that cut in like a sharp,
like the
zigzag
thinking shears.
scissors. Yeah, like zigzag scissors.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I'd use them and I'd like maybe layer them up and stick them together. And I would have a little chocolate tin with them all in that I'd made, and I'd thread the twine through. And so yeah, like when I said to you about how I used to enjoy it, that is the extent that I went to when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I definitely recycled then, more than necessarily I do now, and definitely paid more attention to gift tagging and detailing. I suppose it's just more the era that I'm in currently.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
children and the busy businesses, yeah.
Small children era. Yeah, definitely is a busy time.
Yeah.
That, that is something that I used to do with my
Oh.
my sister and my family. We used to cut up the Christmas cards with
Mm.
thinking shears, those
Mhm.
weird triangular scissors. Well, they're not. They're for sewing, aren't they? But we used to use them for cutting the cards up, and we used to spend loads of time wrapping together, and that's one of my earliest memories of wrapping and doing all of that together.
Oh,
Um,
that's nice.
yeah, really, really similar. But isn't it interesting that um, we've kind of gone back? Certainly, what I see with people trying to be greener, we've gone back to some of those things that we probably used to do like
Mm.
20, 30 years ago. well, it's definitely 30. It's more than 30 years ago. I'm much older than that.
Backpedal, stop giving away your age.
Yeah. So, but we're going back to some of those things. I've had people talk to me about how, their grandparents used to iron wrapping paper and
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. And we're going back to people reusing and repurposing, to become full circle. So, yeah.
And so we should, because there was always quality and merit in doing that. Not least because it was an enjoyable pastime for me and you when we were younger, but because of the benefits to the environment as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we all need to be reminded of those things. So I'm always really interested to hear people's stories, 'cause it's amazing what kind of pops up as memories.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of those memories and ideas and things today. I've really enjoyed chatting with you. And obviously we've got a class coming up
Yeah.
together, which you're going to be leading,
Yeah.
which is on the 6th of
6th of
October.
October. Yeah.
So Monday the 6th of October. So
Mhm.
Natalie is going to be doing an online class. And we'd love you to come and join us. I'll pop the link to how to book in the show notes. So it's all the details are available on my website, giftwrappedbyeve.com. I'll pop the exact link in the show notes. And yeah, we'd love you to come along. If you can't come along live, you can also grab the recording, and there is a workbook that you can also get from Natalie
Mhm.
to help you with the class, or just to work through anyway. So we'll pop the link to that in the show notes as well.
Mhm.
I'm going to be quiet now and let Natalie say where you can find her if you want to find out more about what she does with calligraphy, or indeed with English tutoring.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it as well. So I'm Metallic Sunflower, and you will find me on Facebook called Metallic Sunflower. You will find me on Instagram called Metallic Sunflower, and also my website is Metallic Sunflower Calligraphy. I'm just making sure that I said that right. Yeah, .co.uk. So Metallic Sunflower Calligraphy.co.uk. That is where you will find the work booklet to go along with the class that we're doing. And I'm hoping to host an online course to help you to learn calligraphy for Christmas. And if that is something that you would be interested in, then please sign up to my mailing list. You can do that when you go on my website. I also have a freebie if it's something that you're interested in and you've wanted to start calligraphy, but you just do not know how. It's called 10 Steps to Beautiful Brush Pen Calligraphy, and I'll ask Eve to put the link to that in the show notes for you as well.
Wow, so many things that
So many things.
yeah, fantastic. I'm sure you'll have inspired lots of people to think about using calligraphy, and people will be wanting to grab that freebie. So thank
Thank you.
you again. It's been brilliant to chat with you, and I'm looking forward to us hosting the class together soon.
Oh, me too. Thanks, Eve.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast. For free resources, go to giftwrappedbyeve.com/freebies and follow it on socials at giftwrappedbyeve on Instagram and Facebook.